Alright, welcome. Yeah, this is M-Dog from M-Dog Gaming, and today we're doing something a little different. This is actually, let's see if I can show you where we are. Basically, this is a spot where if you are in Mordor with your toon and needing to work on getting legendaries with some of the new legacies on there, if you're needing to get any of the new Expeditionary blue gear, which has dramatically better stats on it than most of the gear you would probably already have. It also has the Light of Ariandil on there, which we can talk about as well. If you're needing to get gold, it's a good place to get money actually. If you're wanting to try to get any of the things that's in the Gorgoroth crafting bundles, this is a good spot. And there may be other things as well. Any of the sort of crafting things that drop. Oh, I tell you what else is good in here are the level 9 essences to put in your new Expeditionary Gear. So, before I kind of show you what's going on here, let's look at where we are. Of course, we're in Mordor, and this is like just past the Black Gate, right? And where's a better map for it? So here's where the Black Gate is. The wastes, after you do the epic quest line to go through here, or if you just sneak through beforehand, you'll end up at this area, the Uddin Foothold. And let's see if we can, how do we click on this area? Is that this area? Sorry, I have not, as you can tell, I've not gotten super familiar yet with the map. Is this? Yep, this is Uddin Foothold. So this is the best maps where I can actually show you the location. So when you're at Uddin Foothold, you basically just come down this path and then take a south turn here. You're going to end up all the way down around here at, what is it called? Does it have a D at the beginning? Is it Durthang? And you'll actually come in, there's a huge gate. I'll show you on our way out. We won't stay in here too long. But I wanted to show you. So once you come in here, this is sort of one of the first areas that has been identified by the community, obviously, as a good place to grind out some of those items and other things that I mentioned before. So there's always a huge group of people here. I do need to thank folks in my kin who actually showed me this spot. So once you get in the raid, you technically don't have to do anything. Things are going to die really fast. Because, you know, people get bored, so they actually want to engage in combat. However, I will warn you against this. If you sit there AFK and somebody notices you're AFK, don't be surprised if you get kicked. Because, you know, people don't like it when other people are doing all the work for them. If you were in this area solo, then some of these minions would be certainly not impossible for you to kill, but some of them are a little tough. But in a group this size, even when tons of minions come out, everything gets melted down pretty quick. So there's like almost always 24/7 a raid going in this room. And the reason why is, frankly, it's just such a good spot for leveling things up, your legendaries, leveling your legendaries up. But more than that, getting certain types of gear. So let's open up our inventory, and usually when I'm doing this, I'll move it over here. You do want to come in here with an empty bag, or I mean, not obviously all the way empty, but you can see I was in here last night and got a ton of legendaries for my class. In fact, I was in here with a couple of kinmates, and so we sort of traded what we had gotten of each other's classes. I got a bunch of bridles, if you're working on your bridle, legendary. And then I got a bunch of basically champion runes. I didn't get as many champion weapons, but did get a bunch of stuff. So these are all things that I've already brought in from my inventory. But you can basically kind of go through. If you use the pending loot, it's kind of a good way to kind of see what you're getting. However, things come so fast. Sometimes I just do loot all, and then I'll quickly look in what I've gotten. And at this point, if you get a legendary item that's not for your class, it's so expensive to identify. I don't know that it's worth spending the piles of gold you would spend identifying all these legendaries. You're going to get so many. Remind me, not that you can remind me, but I hope that I'll remember to tell you about this. I just got a shield, which I'm not going to be using, but I do want to show you something really cool about this expansion that you may or may not already know about. You see we've gotten 2 of these Gongoroth steel boxes already. These are going to drop really quickly. And here's a hunter's crossbow. Toss that out. This is a runekeeper's satchel. I think this is a guardian's belt. So again, just things we don't need. Now one thing I could do and probably should do is, you know, if I stay in here for 10 or 15 minutes or sometimes even longer, if you want to really get a lot of stuff, it might be worth just kind of throwing out, hey, this is what I got. If anybody in the kin wants any of these, it's probably worth offering those to your kin. Okay, let me tell you about this new Expeditionary Gear. So far, we've picked up a necklace and a helm, shoulders, and I think that's all we've gotten of Oh, and a weapon. So those are what we've gotten so far. If you notice on the bottom of all these items, it says +4 light of Ariandel. Once you get to certain points in Gondor, you're going to see this white and purple bar. If you don't have some light of Ariandel built up, when you get further in Mordor, it's going to become quite punishing for your character. So that's one of the reasons why you're getting this new gear, is because it does give you that protection of having light of Ariandel on there. Now, when you get a piece of blue gear like this piece that you cannot use, you of course are not going to just vendor trash it. It is bound to you, but this is what you're doing. This is new in the Gondor expansion for LOTRO. In that area I was telling you about, the Uddin Foothold, there is a quest over there that walks you through very quickly and very easily, picking up, you actually purchase it from a vendor for like 35 silver, the Flame of Ankalamir. Now, once this is in your bag, just go ahead and lock it so you don't accidentally sell it. You can right click on this and then left click on any piece of blue gear that you are not going to use, saying, are you sure you want to destroy it? You're going to get 20 ashes of Gorgoroth, and hit yes. Now, if you then go to your wallet, the flames are kept at the, I think they're in wallet. Yes, under currency, you can see I have 201 ashes of Gorgoroth. You can buy really good gear. You can get full sets of gear with those. I think it's really intended to be like if you've gotten a lot of the gear, but that one piece isn't really dropping, then you use the flames to supplement what you've been able to get. However, if you're crafting a lot of gear and disenchanting it, or doing things like this where you're intentionally trying to get as much of the expeditionary gear as you can, I mean, it's really rare drops, but in this type of situation where you're in a group and so many enemies are coming continuously, you may get enough to really make a dent in things. All right, our legendary items keep oh my goodness, we just got a blue sword. All right, so what we'll do here, we'll keep the rest of this for now. What kind of essence did we get? Resistance rating. All right, let's see everything we just got. All right, so we bring it into our bag and let's kind of go through it. First of all, I got a Lore Master's book. Get rid of that. Some more wax. We got a light bridle. All I do is medium bridles right now. We're going to get rid of that. We got a champion's spear. Now, I don't know that I'll keep the champion spear, but it is a champion's thing, so we'll identify it and see. Here is the shadowed essence of evasion. The purple essences are even, better, obviously, than the yellow ones, and it is a 9. You only want to use 9s at this point as you're in Mordor. So that's pretty rare. It is bound to account, so that might be worth holding on to for a later character even. Let's see what else we got. A minstrel songbook LI. A medium bridle. I will keep the medium bridle for now. Oh, look, we got a champion's rune. So this was a really good pull for us. Burglars Tools. Now this is what I wanted to look at. Unfortunately, it is an agility weapon. So we're not going to use it. We're actually going to disenchant it like I showed you before. But look how much damage these weapons are. 379. Really high DPS. So if you can get a couple of those equipped, while you're working on, you know, a first stage legendary, leveling it up. It's pretty sweet. So let's go ahead and disenchant this sword. It might be worth using for the DPS, but it's got agility, so I'm going to stay pretty strict on only using might weapons. So let's go ahead and line everything up. One reason why this is so good for the gold, it's not only because we are, I think, just getting gold as things die. We should examine that to see if I'm right. So we're at 55,173. But also, if you just stay in here for a few minutes, you're going to get stacks and stacks of scimitars and other task items. And you can turn them in for tasks, but you're going to have so many of them, you might as well sell them. 690 silver. I mean, it adds up quick. I think I was in here maybe an hour or so last night, maybe closer to an hour and a half, and I easily got 20 or so gold by selling a lot of things. I'm just going to get rid of that essence because we got the higher level tier, so I'm not going to even keep that. All right, so, oh shoot, what did I say we were at? 55.78 is what we're now. Let's watch that just for a minute, because I'm curious. It seemed like I was getting money last night, even just as we were killing things. However, yes, we are. So did you just see that move up? It looks like we just got, I don't know, 50 silver. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, it's jumping up. So you do, not only do you get money from selling things, just being here, you're getting tons of money rolling in. So that's pretty cool. All right, so while we've been talking, of course, and I do need to get out here and let's help folks out. We'll do some AoE abilities, kill some of these mobs. And what you'll see is when you're in here, people will come up here because mobs do spawn up here. And you just want to, if you're the one that's up here with them, just pull them. Get them running towards you. No reason to be a hero, right? Just pull the mob. Get some towards you. There's other over here. There's a couple more up here you can pull. I pulled both of them. And then just bring them back to the group. And the group will take care of the rest. So do a little work for the group. There's a rusty small chest. Somebody else is going to grab it though. There are quests. When you first come in here, you'll get some quests. Oh, look at all these mobs running down the hill. So this will be a good time to check our pending inventory after all these mobs die. There are some quests like for killing a certain amount of this type of orc or that type of thing, and picking up some chests that drop in here that fall through here. I think the epic quest line eventually takes you into this area. That's how people first found out about it. That's why so many people are here actually. But that and probably word of mouth. This is a really good. Oh goodness, look at these blues we're getting. All right, so let's take all this into our bag and let's examine what we've got. And this is so fun. It's like just so much gear and stuff coming so quickly. It's just a good way to early on get a jump start on a lot of different systems that are at play, especially with your legendaries and essences and that stuff. And then I'm sure later on in Mordor, the community will find other spots like this. But this is an early spot. Within the first couple of levels, you get to it pretty easily. All right, so let's get rid of the legendary items first. Burglar Tools. Oh, you know what? I'm not sure how long we're going to stay in here, so I am going to start keeping some of these and just offer them to people in my kin when we're done, and then just mail them out. Hunter's Bow. Hunter might want that. Bjorning's Club. Here's another Gorgoroth steel box. You know, you get those so quickly. I'm going to throw a lot of those out. All right, so here are some will shoulders. Unfortunately, they're not might. I already do have shoulders that have one essence on there. So I'm not too worried about shoulders. It'd be nice to get some other things to drop. So let's disenchant those for 20 more ashes. And let's see what's up with these boots. These are might boots. Beautiful. So as you can see, this was a boosted champion. So this is a good comparison. If you don't know, if you haven't done the boost yet, you get OP gear. Really powerful gear from the boost. And so to be able to this quickly get gear that's this much of an improvement over that gear is pretty awesome. You can see these have a little less might, way more vitality. You've got some parry, evade rating, and that important light of Arendelle. So this is actually more of a tanking boot, but it's so close in might that it is tempting. You know what? Now that I'm saying all this, I may not do it. Look how much less armor that it has. It's a lot less armor. However, that light of Arendelle and all that extra vitality might make it worth it. I think I'm going to hold off. I don't think we're going to wear those boots. You can get gear in here so fast. I'm going to be picky. We're going to disenchant those. And this is resistance rating. We're going to throw that one away. We're going to be stingy on essences too. We'll wait for the really good stuff. Alright, so a lot of mobs have come down. Something just CC'd us all. Stunned us all. Alright, let's see if we can do some help again. See if there's any... Alright, you can't get the ones up there very easily. Alright, let's pull these guys. We'll still stay in range of the rest of the group. Here's a rusty small chest. We'll grab that. You know, there's so many people here. Oh, we just hit a new level. We just hit level 109. That's partly why things freaked out on us. Did we actually get that? Can't tell, actually. Okay. These things are killing us. I guess we did. Alright. Let's see if anybody in Ken chat's saying anything that I need to be aware of. I don't think so. Alright, so that was another big pull. Let's see what we've gotten. So that was pretty quick. Item needs reforged. That's the thing. You'll level your items really quick as well. So this looks like a little bit more of a... not as an exciting of a pull. Of course, we didn't wait as long either. Again, I'm going to get rid of this lockbox. I haven't even checked. It may be worth checking to see what these sell for on the auction house. I don't know if people with a lot of LOTRO points are burning through keys trying to get the rare stuff out of these boxes, so it might be worth checking. But if they know about this place, they drop so fast in here. I mean, you can honestly stay in here for an hour and have 15, 20 of these Gorgoth loot boxes, like no problem. So if you're wanting to get stuff out of there, this is as good a spot as I can imagine. All right, so let's do... Another item needs reforging. Let's do a little bit of help here. I feel like I need to carry my weight every once in a while. So these enforcers, these are one of the creatures I was telling you about, that when you first come in the first time, you'll have a quest by killing one to kill, I don't know, 10 of them or 12 of them or something like that. So those are included in the types of mobs that you'll run into. We're going to go and open this door. Every once in a while it'll close, but if you open it up, it'll stay open for a while, and then you can see... Oh, here's an Ornate Chest. So I was going to tell you about these. I mean, this is one of the things I was talking about, the quests you get. So that's only the third one I've picked up. But when you go in for the Epic and you have to work your way through this area, I'm sure you get the other ones. All right, let's pull this Enforcer. I don't know if he'll pull all the way into here. He should pull pretty far. Yeah, it looks like he'll pull far enough. I'm going to stay right here and let people kill him. Uh-oh, he's pulling all the way the crowd. Hopefully they burn him down before he goes too far away from his home spot. Alright, we got him. Alright. Okay, we'll do one more pull. We'll look at our gear, and then we'll go ahead and wrap up. I'll keep streaming, obviously. If you're watching this on YouTube, please come join me at twitch.tv. MDog Gaming is the channel you're searching for. And these days we're playing a lot of LOTRO, a little bit of Final Fantasy, and every once in a while we'll play something else random, but mostly MMOs is what we focus on the channel. So I was trying to think if there's anything else I need to talk about. I mean, I guess it's worth mentioning if you're trying to get stuff for crafting, a lot of mats drop in here, as well as your scroll cases for recipes. We've gotten 18 chunks of Doomfold Skarn, which will be good for me on my character. I've been leveling up Metalsmith, Armsman, so prospecting and Metalsmith. No, prospecting and Weaponsmith are the ones we're focusing on. So that will be helpful, even though it's not a fast way to get ore. It is nice that we are getting some. One thing that's most exciting, I mean, of course all the loot is random, but the most exciting at this point in the expansion for me is when that Expeditionary Gear drops. Let's go and see what we've gotten here. So we got Agility. We don't need the Agility Essence. We'll get rid of that. Tactical Mastery. We could consider using Tactical Mastery. And a Bjorning's Axe. Again, we'll offer that to the Ken in just a moment. So you can see just from this next pull, we already got another steel bound loot box and a Bjorning's LI. Alright, we're going to do one more pull and then we'll wrap it up. If you have any comments, there's a lot about in-game, quote-unquote. This is the first time I've played LOTRO at the level that was considered like current, and it's all because of that boost, obviously. I have been leveling a Runekeeper. If you've been to the channel or watched the stream, you'll know about that character, and she's, I think, 88. So we're getting there naturally leveling, but we've still got a ways to go. This is the first time I've played. So there's a lot with the legendary item situation. I've never really had to worry about mid-maxing before. So I'm definitely learning a lot about that. So Teehee is in the channel, and I'll answer his question real quick before we check out our inventory. Would you say this game is hard for someone new to get started? No, it's very easy to get started. It is like an old school MMO in terms of its complexity, but you don't feel any of that when you first get going. It actually does a good job of slowly introducing the more complex systems in the game. I'd say it's a great game to get started. It's free to play, and so although I've never played this game free to play for long, when I'm going to be playing it, I tend to subscribe because I like some of the perks of being subscribed to the game. You can play it and have access to a lot of great content and everything else by just playing it free to play, but starting off free to play gives you a chance to see if it is something you're going to like. But no, I would not say it's hard. Story rich. Yeah, and someone else in the channel is also answering, and I would agree with that. Alright, so let's look at our loot one last time, see if anything crazy came in. Not really. Another couple of legendaries. Great club. We're not going to be able to give away all that Bjorning gear. There's not enough Bjornings in the kin. Another loot box. So that's it. That's what I've got to show you about this spot. This is a great spot, again, to come farm if you're looking for current tier essences, if you're looking for new LIs to level up, even if all you're wanting to do is pull off a legendary. Someone else being Big Draka, of course. The first subscriber. The very first of subscribers to my channel. Thank you, sir. So yeah, it's a good place for all that. If you have any questions, let me know. Or if there's things that I've said that are incorrect, and I'm sort of speaking now to folks that are potentially watching this on YouTube later, please let me know in the comments. I am going to keep streaming, but I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the portion that I will port over to YouTube. So, so thank you all for watching as always. And if you're here on the stream, just hang on because we're going to keep going. One thing that I'm going to do,